Kim, what are we at today? Tell me what's going to happen.
Water's up a little more. Yep. A lot warmer than yesterday starting out. So
yep.
I think we got a lot better odds this morning. A little bit of a late start, but that's all right. We need the water to warm up a little bit more.
Yeah, need the water to warm up a little bit. We got hoping Harvey comes back. Harvey.
Yeah. I'm here this morning. I'm ready. Day 2, new start. Got to get it done, man.
You're coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I am.
You took a month off.
Too long, but I'm back. Had to get warmed up yesterday.
Yeah, so water's up a little bit. We can do a few more things than we wanted to do yesterday. It's a holiday weekend, come to find out, so there's a lot more boats on the water for a Sunday. But we're still going to figure out our game plan to capitalize on the major today, about 11:30-ish, I think. Throwing those floaters a little bit. We might be able to throw a little bit more plastic today because the water's up, and then those potholes a little bit better. Work, less grass problems. The water's going to be fine. 60 degrees in the harbor. It's quite a bit warmer, like Tim said.
Maybe some top water action.
Oh, good call. Yes, absolutely. Right here, I had it in my house. This baby right here has been beat up. So I'll be tying that back on. And I might or might not give Tim back his floater. Haven't decided yet.
Harvey said he'll spot me one.
Harvey, you'll spot you one?
I got an extra.
You got a lot of them. It's kind of the game plan today. Hopefully, no issues and big fish on the menu.
Sounds good.
Working potholes. Real nice and slow. Water's 59 off 60, 59.8. Key to fishing in winter, not from getting cold, is to keep your hands as dry as possible. So I never touch the fish. Try not to anyway. Like that. Pliers. Fish go. Dry hands.
So I was just working this floater right here. Real slow, just letting it sink in the potholes. And she picked it up. I think it was sitting there for like 3 or 4 seconds. Just dead still. And she hit it pretty hard, but a little red to start.
Trout. Letting this. Nathan just had a nice red. fighting that. This trout hits. Chunky. Another chunky trout. Just working this bait kind of like a topwater. And then if I can see a pothole, I'll just let it pause. We have absolutely no wind, so you're either throwing a topwater or you're throwing a corky, something heavy. You can't get any distance with it. Nice trout. Yep, so we're having to throw these corkies or topwaters. That's it. You can see there's absolutely no wind. Hard to see the potholes, and the grass is thick, so which makes it challenging. But it's doable. You just gotta work this thing right across the top. You can kind of see the little wake that this bait puts off. And then when you think you're in a pothole, you just pause it a little bit, and they're just coming up and grabbing it. They're not doing any big commotion or anything like that. They're just grabbing it. Got some weight on the end of your line, so that's how we're having to get them right now until we get some wind. Then we can start throwing, you know, a little ball-tail junior and work these potholes, and we'll get them then. But we need a little bit of wind to get the distance because it's real clear water and the fish are kind of spooky.
Wasn't having much success throwing anything else, so I saw some mullet flickering quite a bit right in front of us, and I decided I was going to throw a top. Just working it really slow, just as slow as you could possibly work a top. Glass calm conditions, you don't want to make too much noise. So finally made one mad enough to eat. Good trout. Just doing the same thing, kind of once I get it over a pothole, kind of just hovering it, a couple of twitches, really slow it down once you get it to the pothole. Another nice trout. She's ready. Good.
Harvey's officially out of retirement.
Cool. Right at 4.
So we finished up our first wade. We have 0 wind still. It's 10:30 in the morning. We're having to throw heavy baits to get any distance at all. but we accomplished several mid-slot trout. No, Tim, what'd you have?
I had 3 good trout.
3 good ones. Harv here, he's probably got big trout for the day. He's coming back.
Caught one a little over 4 on a Mansfield knocker. Let it sit on under a pothole for about 3 seconds, and then it hit it.
Hit it good, right?
Yeah, I thought it was bigger than what it was. It just started taking drag, but it was a little over 4. But it was a good fish, especially in these conditions right now too.
Whew, man, it's tough. So we're working potholes. They're hard to see, but we know they're here because when you come in, you can see them. We know there's fish laying in them. I was sitting on the boat. They're not eating good. I was sitting on the boat. A redfish came up, threw a ball tail at it. It just swam away. I mean, they're just not really eating right now. And so you haven't agitated them a little bit. Caught a couple on the floater. We've got some on top. They've missed some on top, and it's probably aggravation hitting those.
Real light bite. Really light bite.
They're not really wanting to eat it.
No.
Seems like the furthest you can get your cast is the best.
Oh yeah, you got to get a long cast out there because they're spooky with clear water. So we're probably, I talked to a friend of mine who's fishing maybe 10, 15 miles south of here, and he said the wind's just now starting to come out of the south, so that's going to help us big time. So we're going to reset, make a loop, reset, and hopefully by then anticipate the southeast wind, and then we make a good, and those fish won't be as spooky. And then we're coming into the major in another hour and a half. So not a bad game plan, not a bad first start.
Yep. Definitely fish here.
No,
just a light bite.
Yeah. So that's going to be our game plan. So let's make it happen.
Not a big trout, but they're eating pretty good today. It's about midday, everything's all warmed up. They finally started eating. I just missed a really good trout, so we're just gonna keep working this flat until we pick off a good one.
Another right red. Just gotta work through them.
Had a good feeling if I continued to throw this floater, I'd get a good one. I keep seeing everybody's throwing tops, and you know, they keep swiping at it and missing it, so I decided to go on subsurface, and they seem to be eating it a little bit better. That's a good one. She absolutely annihilated that. Look at that trout. Just telling Jimbo a story here, but now you can see the wind picked up quite a bit, which I think for us that's going to mean the fish is going to pick up quite a bit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, this one ate it.
So basically on this particular day, we're having to wait for the bite to come to us. We knew we were in fish. We've seen them. We were pecking at them all morning long. We had no wind, high pressure. We needed these fish to start eating, and that's exactly what's happened. We waited for the major. We didn't run all over the place. We knew what we had to do. The guys were just picking at these fish all day long, and finally we're starting to pick up some really nice fish like this right here. They've eaten them. This fish is belly as hard as a rock, big, fat, short fish, but fat, and hit my double D. You know, broke a hook off, had to retie my line, have all kind of issues, but the point is, we knew the fish were, there was no wind. We just waited until that wind picked up. We knew that's what we needed, and since the wind picked up, now it's blowing about 7 to 10 miles an hour, and it's almost, you know, every 10 minutes or so somebody's getting a good one or a healthy one, or losing them. Really, we're losing a lot of fish too. Harvey just lost 2 big fish, and we're fishing maybe 30 feet apart from each other, and I was able to connect with this one and get it in. It's what we're after, waiting for the bite to come to us. That was our game plan all morning long. We talked about it, and finally paying dividends here later in the day. Short but fat. Cloud cover rolled in, so decided to throw a knocker, top water. Wind's picked up a little bit. I don't think it's very big. But there we go, Harv's hooked up too. Harvey, got him? Still on, nice. Double trouble right here. Oh, that might be a good trout, Harv. Take your time, buddy. Trout, Harvey?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Harv. I was going to say, that was the best bogey grip shot ever. Still on the salty frog over there, or the Kelly, one of the two. Still on the Ruby Tuesday. Nice. Me and Harvey hook up. These 2 dudes jumped out of the boat super quick.
Had to cut our lunch break short.
right, we're gonna wind it down out here on the water. We came out today. We knew we were gonna be faced with some pretty tough conditions. We had slick water, no wind, bluebird sky day, not much bait activity, no major feed until about noon. And what we elected to do was wait for the bite to develop, come to us. And that's exactly what we did. We started the motor one time today, right?
Yes, sir.
We talked about it. It was tough. We're picking at those fish all morning. We made one loop, knew what we had to do, and right when the wind started, what happened?
Started blowing up the tops. Cloud cover came over. We know what we needed to do and execute. A lot of 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
Put together a pretty nice day.
Pretty nice day. All these guys were still with it, you know. Now, looking for trout had the hot hand, I have to admit. But these guys stayed with it. Everybody got nice fish today. We all paid attention. We were all dialed in on what we were looking for, those potholes. Plenty flicker of bait, right, Nathan? And we were hitting at those things all day.
The wind definitely helped us after it started picking up.
Yep.
Helped quite a bit.
100%. 100%. We look for a little bit of wind down here when we, versus the slick water. So I appreciate you guys coming down.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Always a good time. Until next time.